Good morning and welcome back to another recap, review, and of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Down Under!
Episode 6.
Episode 6.
I'm gonna cut it there.
It's not. It's different.
I'm one of your hosts, failed reality star and purple booba, Russell Brown.
And I am at the beach today.
Isn't it a lovely day for a holiday?
I am your host, wig stylist to the stars, and former Miss Gay Australia, Esther Rex.
Actually, I just realised they had an underwater theme.
I know it was similar last year. I realised last year it wasn't swimsuit, but they wore swimsuits because Karen did the whole fucking thing.
It was under the sea.
Under the sea. It was some kind of sea. That was a sea sickening, wasn't it?
Yeah, sea sickening.
Kicking off from last episode, Yuri went home. Everyone's walking back into the workroom.
And everybody's crying.
And then they're still crying. Waterworks galore this week. Obviously, Yuri touched their heart.
Everybody loved Yuri.
I know.
Everyone loves the one that, you know, they're feeling down, and then everyone's like, "You've got it, girl. You know, you just need a bit of confidence. You need to believe in yourself." I reckon everyone on the show has had like a moment with Yuri, and so that's why they all were like devastated.
The competition still continues, and we need to move on. RuPaul walks into the workroom and announced, "What?
Vivian!
What food did you leave out?"
You fucking little shit, out!
So RuPaul comes into the workroom and announces the challenge for this week, the main challenge, which is going to be
ads.
Hometown tourism ad things of some kind.
Branding. Marketing.
Yeah, marketing for their hometown. No mini challenge of some kind. It went straight into them working on their storyboards.
Yes.
By the looks of
the mini challenge was dedicated to behind the scenes of their storyboards, and you know the story team was workshopping Queen Kong's apology.
Yeah, which
apology arc.
Yes, so there's another conversation, Queen Kong apologising for snapping or whatever. I can't remember exactly what wording she used.
Her energy, so the energy of last episode.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily something that happened this episode, it was like apologising for last episode, but then also like she felt like the because of the energy and because of being in her head, it took away from Yuri leaving. And then everyone started crying again. Yeah. Just like they were in the start of the episode when Yuri left. Spanky and Hannah opened up about that they were obviously talking about mental health, depression. It wasn't necessarily said, but that was obviously what they were talking about. You know, feeling under the weather, the black dog.
Yeah, a good, really nice, important conversation to have talking about mental health. And I feel what maybe a lot of people don't realise in the straight world, a lot of LGBT people do suffer with mental health issues.
It's very common.
Very common.
Very common.
Within our community for obvious reasons. I feel there was something about the apology was very like, the way she was talking seemed like what she did was really bad and really serious. It didn't really compute with what we actually saw in the last episode. So I feel like there was probably a bit more to the story that we didn't get shown.
Again, like I said last episode, you know, I feel like showing us not enough, but then also a little bit too much. Like this. It didn't really make sense, but obviously that's just how it was based on whatever else was cut. But it sort of was like, made this apology seem a bit unnecessary, because she would already apologized in the last episode and she's apologized again. It's like, well, it wasn't really that bad from what we saw. It was just some general tension about within the workroom. But this isn't even, you know, the end of the episode. It's only like the beginning, so they've already hugged it out and got it on the way.
On the way. We're on the way! So Ru comes into the workroom to do his walkthroughs with each queen and find out what they're going to do for their hometown advertisement and throws a spanner in the works because I think it was Queen that goes first. And then Rue says, we want to see more about you. No, it's Spanky. We want to see Palmerston North through your lens, and we want to see who you are rather than the hometown. So all of them are a little bit freaking the fuck out and thinking, oh shit, I've just been talking about my hometown and that's it. But now they're like, oh, we have to talk about ourselves and incorporate our own story and make it funny with ourselves. Most of them seem like they had to like rethink what they were planning.
Yeah, like they kind of made a fictional story about where they're from.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know?
yeah, well, and then
but
some elements
so it's a real place, but it's a fictional story.
But then some elements of real stuff, like say Spanky's talking about the JJ or something chips place, which I'm assuming is a real place that people go late at night and get chips. I mean, obviously Hannah, we're from Perth, talks about Kings Park and the Black Swan, so that's all real stuff. And then mixing it in with a funny camp story. We'll go through them, but they ended up turning all pretty good.
Yeah.
They all worked out pretty okay.
Except for Beverly.
Yeah. One major thing from Rue's walkthrough that we need to talk about is the fact that Beverly Kills has not seen the film
Muriel's Wedding.
And all the girls behind her were like in shock. What the hell? How have you not seen Muriel's Wedding as an Australian person, an Australian queer LGBT gay person? Because it's like, that's your youth.
She is youth, but there is certain...
Well, yes, she is a youth. That's like...
like when you get indoctrinated...
Required
into
watching...
the gaydom, when you get indoctrinated...
That's a checklist of, have you watched Priscilla? Have you watched Muriel's Wedding? Yeah. Have you watched Tu Wong Fu?
You have to know Muriel's Wedding, and you have to know...
You need to be a fan of Kylie Minogue.
Oh, yeah, Kylie Minogue too.
Kylie Minogue, Cher, Madonna.
But it's a given, It's
like, what?
It's
just sad. It's just sad that the youth of today have, not experienced such amazing Australian
because of ABBA
film culture. It's ABBA. So anyway, very disappointing that Beverly Kills has not seen Muriel's Wedding. And I love that Rue was like, well, I'm just going to go kill myself. What did she say?
Yeah, she's like, wow.
Well, next question. So after Beverly's chat with Rue sort of was saying and alluding to, we don't really know who you are. And Beverly decides she's going to ask the girls what they think and what she can do to help that, to fix that. And Hannah sort of snaps in and says, you need to stop. You just need to stop. And it's sort of, I feel like there was a bit of conversation in between where maybe Beverly was rambling that then Hannah was like, but they cut it to make it seem, and to me it looked like they made Hannah look very like rude and aggressive.
They made it look like Queen and Hannah jumped down Beverly's throat. But then it's also like, if you're gonna ask the question, be prepared for the answer.
Yeah.
She's young, like Beverly is young, and she's amazing and she's talented. But
at the end of the day,
at the end of the day,
she's only 21.
Yeah,
she's only 21,
and like other people, like the other girls, they have the life experience, and a lot of the time it's just time, it's just life experience. And the question that Beverly asked, the answer pretty much is
it's just calm down,
you
live, just continue.
You just have to do what you do. You just have to.
That's what Hannah was saying.
Well,
just be.
But I think to be on top of that, because I don't think Beverly gets why people are saying just be, because she's saying I am just being. But the thing is it's time.
It'll take time.
It takes time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just it's time is life experience, and then once you've got the life experience behind you, then you're more you've got
Well, you as you get older, you learn and you grow, and then you know who you are.
Yeah, and then obviously Spanky, Mother Hen, she took her aside and was like,
pretty much said the same thing.
But
obviously in a kind of more calming and nurturing way. So let's get on to year 9, the runway looks of episode 6. Firstly, before we get to the contestants, what do we think of Rue's look this week, Russell Brown?
It's typical Rue.
It's typical Rue for me.
It's just a basic.
I was like, it's Rue.
It's like basic Rue.
Nice gold dress.
She looks good with the red hair. She looks
body.
you
Yeah, I
know?
do like when she wears that orange auburn hair.
Yeah.
I think that looks really good with her skin tone.
Hair's good, dress is good, you know?
And did you notice, I haven't noticed this, I just noticed this when I rewatched it, that the lights go RUPAUL.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Has it always done that?
Yeah.
Every year?
Not
episode?
just this year.
This year, okay.
Just this year.
Well, anyway, I think that's pretty camp. Category is...
Swimsuit edition.
First onto the runway we have...
Queen Kong.
Queen Kong in a, I guess it's a nude
illusion goddess
thing
flowy
with rougey details and a flowy capey thing and a structured wig.
Yeah, nah. It is a yeah, I'm sorry. It's just a yeah, nah. It's like, you know, when
I don't know if the hair
when she walks, yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, the
it's
flowiness,
flowy, it's
pretty,
goddess.
yeah.
But as soon as she's standing, and that the hair's amazing.
But
Makeup's
really,
great.
I don't feel if
she's got great body.
Yeah.
But when she's standing still, the rouging not good.
Yeah.
The leotard not good. It's very not. It's very rough. Like it's very what's the word? Not unfinished. Well, kind of unfinished.
Yeah. It doesn't.
It's not.
It doesn't look as purposeful.
It's not finesse.
Finessed. Yeah.
Well, like
finesse.
yeah, like
it lacks finesse.
It just doesn't look right. It doesn't.
You just don't like it. It
Like
doesn't
the
look
more
good.
you look at it, the more it looks like
Yeah.
it. You know, you can see the tucks. You can see where it's been sewed. It just looks like a piece of material stuck to a nude leotard. You know what I mean? And it, you know, it could be this amazing thing. You know, with the idea of a goddess. You know, but it just doesn't look finished.
The concept or the design isn't really anything that spectacular. So I do agree, and for me it is also a yeah, nah. So what do you think of her video ad?
I think
It was fine.
it was fine.
It was fine.
It
But
was fine.
I agree with the judges that it just wasn't funny, and it did go quite dark. And she, playing off. I'm thinking of obviously playing off what's happened in the previous episode. It did get a bit dark, like Rue said. She didn't find the comedy in it and the jokes in it. There was no boom boom.
Yeah.
I didn't laugh. I didn't giggle. I didn't laugh at all.
Like,
but it was fine for what it was.
I think maybe she might have been trying to go for like dark comedy, but then it just came, and I think
Didn't come across.
Suzanne said it when they were doing the run through. She could tell that like she needed a little bit more confidence again, which is something that they've been saying to Kong throughout the season.
Also in there when she was filming, you could sort of see they did that look like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know what to do. What do I do next? It is a very foreign situation to be in. Oh, here's a green screen, make up an ad, and you've got to know how it's going to end up being edited and make it funny and flow and cohesive. And you've got all these big pile of props and like, I don't know what, you know, like you've just thrown into it. And, you know, they've only, and even in Queen Kong's testimonial shed, only had half an hour to change the what.
After having
Rue's
walkthrough, yeah.
So they were all on the back foot, and Queen just obviously was just hard. Was hard. I do reckon this is quite a hard challenge to do.
Yeah.
And in the amount of time that they obviously had, which wasn't very long. And they probably only had like half an hour with the green screen and with Michelle and Suzanne to film it as well. And they needed to just get it done. So it was fine. It was good, but it wasn't funny.
Next to the runway, we've got
Spanky Jackson as her Pamela Anderson Baywatch bombshell in her red and yellow boobies, really good boobies. I am actually very, very impressed with this look for Spanky. You think swimsuit, and that's a great reference that people are going to get. Baywatch, the red swimsuit. I think it's a really good, well done look. Other than, even though yes, she's wearing a double stacked big hair, what the fuck was going on with that? When we were watching, we're like, what is going on? Like
it just looked.
It looked as if
it's meant to be teased, but it looked pissed off.
Yeah. You've pissed it right the fuck off. It's as if she's thrown it in the gutter, stomped on it, and flown down the fucking street, gone in the drain, down the sewage, and you picked it back out and put it back on your head. But in saying that, also thinking about Pamela Anderson's hair sometimes was that sort of like messy tussledness. But I just wanted just the first bit of the head. We just needed a nice like swoopy fringe that goes straight up, and it just sort of the shape of it wasn't the best. But overall, with the whole look, it worked really well.
I do like the Baywatch reference, and it is good for Spanky. We're getting towards the end, so I'm going to be nitpicky. And to be honest, like, you know, I get like you want to put crystals onto something to like make it sparkle and stuff, but sometimes maybe it didn't need it. Like, I don't think it needed it.
Because it wasn't. I did one thing I thought in my head when I watched. I was like, oh, there's crystals on it, but there's crystals every like 20 centimeters.
Yeah. So like, I reckon
Not
the actual bathing suit could have lost the crystals, and if anything, maybe the jacket on the back like had her name Spanky in crystals or something, and like you can. There's ways of elevating a look and not making it look cheap.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That's Spanky's
I'm sorry.
brand.
That's all you know.
Cheap
like,
is Spanky's brand, so I'm here. I'm all for it. And for me, it is a nah. Yeah.
It's a high meh for me.
It's a high meh. Spanky loves a high meh. And what did you think of her video? I thought her video was hilarious.
Yes, Spanky knows how to sell herself. Spanky is an entertainer.
Yeah.
She's good with comedy. She's good with acting.
Well, she's just good at being silly. And for this kind of thing, you just need to be able to just be stupid and silly, and it worked.
And she's camp. And she took RuPaul's feedback and did it. You know what I mean? Like, you know how the girl, sometimes it's like in one ear, out the other. And it's like, did you even freaking listen to Ru? She ticked all the boxes.
My favorite,
going balmy for palmy.
balmy for palmy. My favourite bit. Oh, the chippy bit.
Give me a chip!
Give me a chip. Give me a chip. This bit. When she's like... I was giggling and cackling all the way throughout. So that's a sign that it was good. It was really good. That's one of my favourite videos. Hello, little Vivi. Come here. Up. Good girl. Next up onto the runway, we have...
Molly Poppins!
Molly Poppins as a Gold Coast meter maid. I vaguely do know of these. Have you heard of these before?
No.
No, you never have. I vaguely know of these. I don't know why. I think they were featured in some TV show years ago.
Oh yeah, I know.
So they're like, what do they do? It's like meter maids, like the car meters.
I don't know.
Well, they just go around the GC and they look sexy. Sexy girls. Like a Hooters kind of. It's like our version of a Hooters. But it's not a business. It's not a restaurant. I don't know, they just walk around the town. I was putting it on there. I really like it. I thought it was really well structured and neat. The hair's really perfect and smooth. I love that she's got a really good shape. All the colours, the gold with the blue sash worked really well together. The proportions all look good. I liked it.
She came out looking like, you know, typical Molly Poppins look. Like, if you go for her social media, this is where the hair, the tits, and it's like a cute little outfit. Hair's good, makeup's good. Yeah. So it
for me, it is a nah, yeah.
And for me, it's a nah, yeah, too.
All right, Molly's video. It ended up being very quiet. I think I was giggling throughout moments. It was very chaotic. There was a lot going on, but I feel it still definitely worked.
You know, like they were worried about her, and then after
having 16 scenes and
after
whatever.
it all got put together, it kind of
sense.
worked.
I understood what she was thinking. It was just little scenes, and she was narrating the whole thing, and it worked. It worked that way.
You know, and you can't say it wasn't dissimilar to Spanky's.
No.
You know what I mean?
The same kind of thing, a night out on the town.
A night out on the town.
Getting home, vomiting, blah, 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 trying to get in the club. My favourite part is when the little skit, the little scene when she's saying, getting an idea and then running past the bouncer to get into the club. And I just love the way she read. I just thought it was So funny. I got a good chuckle out of that one. But overall, I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, I think she was pretty good.
Yeah. Next up onto the runway, we have...
Anaconda! In her futuristic
Barbarella?
Barbarella swimsuit. And she's covered head to toe.
Yeah, which is fine.
I think Michelle didn't like it.
Did she not really like it?
Or she thinks it didn't read swimsuit.
Which I sort of agree. I don't hate it. I'm not like, oh my god, wow, amazing. But I love the concept. But she, obviously, makeup, perfect face, perfect makeup, the hair with the sunglasses, the hoop earrings. That's amazing.
I think the whole concept is great.
And it works.
And I like that, it's different than a swimsuit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're going to go on, with any theme that I would do, I would want to do the most obscure out of the box concept, just to make sure that you're going to be unique from everyone else, and just to have something cool and fun.
If I was judging, I would have been like, this is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, I love this. You know what I mean? Like, this is out of the box. This is unique. You're not giving me basic. So, yeah, it is from me.
Yeah. Even though it is obscure and maybe doesn't read swimsuit as much, I love the concept, and it is a for me. And onto her video.
Well, she's from Perth. We're from Perth too.
If you weren't aware already, we are also from
multiple
Perth.
times.
So Hannah's video really hit the sweet spot for us in regards to, obviously we will enjoy it and find it more funny because we know the references to A Black Swan and King's Park. I love that she incorporated the Hobbit storyline that she's been crafting with being little and saying Middle Perth.
Perth.
I thought that was a great...
she's very pixie-like as well.
Yeah.
So, like, she's always had the pixie fairy look. So I guess that is her brand.
That whole concept
works
well.
It works well. To be honest, when they were recording it, I was a little bit like, ooh,
is this punchy enough?
But then once you watch it and all the green screen and editing gets put in,
so
it all just worked and it was camp and it was funny.
Funny.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Yeah, the great references with the Black Swan and King's Park. If you don't know Perth, King's Park, general knowledge, is the largest natural city park in the Southern Hemisphere. I'm pretty sure. Is it in the world?
I think it could be even the world.
I think it's in the Southern Hemisphere, but it's not like man-made like Central Park in New York. It's right off the city. It's great to go there, go on your lunch breaks. Russell used to work in the city all the time, used to go there. We actually had our first date at King's Park. We went for a movie, and then we went and sat in King's Park. We ended up talking till like 4 o'clock in the morning, and then we were inseparable from then on in. So King's Park has a special place in our heart. So it was great talking about King's Park, and the references she added in and the jokes that she incorporated into it were just hilarious and camp.
And then obviously spontaneously combusting because it's hot.
Oh
my god, Perth is hot.
And it's not perfect. Did you see it? It's not perfect.
It's not perfect.
It's not perfect, but it's hot. Because
Yeah.
people who like hot weather, go to Perth, you'll fucking love it. And it is fucking
perfect.
hot. It is fucking hot. It is not perfect, but it is fucking hot.
I love Perth. I love my friends.
We're never moving back. But it's great to visit, and it's a beautiful city. So I'm really glad she did Perth, because that's where she grew up, and that's where she became the fabulous drag queen that she is.
Yes.
So yeah.
Next to the runway, we've got
Beverly Kills as a meter maid again.
number 2. Meter maid number 2. But she's got a reveal, so she comes out with a jacket, and then she has a reveal, and oh my god, it's a bikini.
Bikini with dangly coins.
And a sash.
And the sash, again, same kind of thing. She's got the hat. I'm going to be honest, I think Molly's was 100 times better. It just the Molly's was just so neat and schmick and smooth and polished, and it just looked nicer. I felt it was, again, similar to last week with the chains. There was too much going on. And I honestly didn't really like the hair is great because it's nice big hair, but the shape of it and the finished look of it, it sort of looks a bit wispy at the bottom, and just the angles that it's going on, I don't like it. Yeah, I don't really like it. And especially in comparison to Molly's, it made Beverly's look worse.
I think the hair was good. And obviously the hat is off center because of the hair. So I was like, oh, and that's why I don't like it, because it's off center. But
I feel the hat's too small even for the hair. Like, you need a bigger hat, or like go really camp and stupid and do a tiny hat.
You know, to be honest, yeah. It's unfortunate that there was 2 meter maids. And like, you know,
when I watched it, I was like,
no matter what, you're going to compare the look. You know, she had like the multiple necklaces, the coins, the sequin bikini, the jacket, the hat, the big hair. There's beauty in paring things back. I would give it a high meh.
I'm just giving it a meh. Meh. It's meh for me. It's not really, really bad, but it's I probably should, being completely honest, I should give it a yeah no.
And so her video, before I said that she didn't do well. She did do well, but
the concept was too obscure. Being Bindi's little sister, and then finding the sugar daddy. If
she was doing I don't know, like I felt like it wasn't a tourism video, like
it wasn't really.
It was
wasn't even about her either, because she was a character. So then it was no tourism video. There was no Gold Coast. They didn't even include her, which is what Rue wanted them to do either.
I felt like it was a trailer for the next Crocodile Dundee, you know, drag queen edition. If the actual task was an ad for a movie, then yes, she would have won, because it was, she was acting and she had all her scenes and stuff like that. But this was meant to be an ad for tourism selling the Gold Coast. It didn't fit. And also, like, I didn't like that there was the Party City references, which is very American, so it kind of takes it out of Australia, which I know that she said that, Gold Coast is the LA of thing, but yeah, by using the Party City reference, it Americanized it.
Yeah, and in general, regardless of whatever, it wasn't funny.
It was similar to Queen Kong, where it was fine, but it wasn't funny, and it didn't. She did the task. But she did the task, and
it wasn't funny.
They all got critiqued.
After the critiques, Rue said, "Who do you think should be going home?"
Oh, yes.
And did you also notice that Queen, Hannah, Spanky, and Molly were on the left side of the stage, and Beverly was standing by herself?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it must be something to do with how they're recording it.
So Queen, Spanky, Hannah, and Molly all said Beverly kills. I loved how Hannah didn't hold back and actually answered the question, because it was like, who should go home tonight? Not who should just go home in general, because all the other three disagreed with Queen and said, well, she hasn't won anything, and that's the track record. But I like that Hannah actually said, well, she was the weakest of the night out of the challengers, is why she should go home, which that's a better honest answer, is because she had the worst video. I like that. I respect Hannah that she actually just said what they should have said, is that Beverly's was the worst.
It's a very Australian thing to beat around the bush. I got told this once by an American, that I beat around the bush and that I should just say stuff. You know what I mean? And then I was like, oh, it's because I don't want to, because you don't want to be mean.
What I call waffling. So yes, back into the workroom, and we continue the conversation. Obviously, Beverly is feeling her feelings because everybody said her name, and she was graceful in saying that she understood and expected everyone to say her name. But then it sort of got a bit extra emotional, and Hannah was trying to make her feel better, and then it's the continuation of the conversation.
Yeah,
Beverly not
something. Was it Beverly asked, like, how could she improve, or what could she have done to be better, or...
And there was more workroom chat that Beverly explained more before they went on for the runway, saying how, in regards to her family and her parents, was all about success and succeeding and being the best, and that was all that was important.
Pressure.
And Beverly said, I hate it when she hates that everyone was saying her name and the feeling of being not succeeding or not doing well.
Yeah.
And Hannah, rightly, and I really love that Hannah is just, this is where a good friend is trying to get out of them what they need to get out. It's like, why do you hate it? Trying to pull out needs to be said or thought about from Beverly, and then I think I can feel there's an energy that Hannah is sort of a little bit over Beverly being sad on herself. Again, I think there's some conversation that was cut, and it sort of is like, bam, Hannah.
I think maybe that this is similar to what Minnie has said. You could be saying something and, it could be tough love, but it can feel like it's an attack. And I feel like there was a little bit of editing done here too, where,
And again, it's making Hannah look bad by just switching, like the music.
Yeah,
changes,
like the...
It switches, and it sounds as
and
if
it's like,
Hannah's just cut her off,
this
and
is...
then Beverly's crying, and it's like,
And then Beverly tells her to fuck off, and...
Which is fine, because Beverly obviously knew that she's going to be at the bottom again, and it's likely that she's going to go home.
And then, and Spanky flies in, and she's Mother Goose again.
Yeah.
And you could definitely see the story producers putting the little seeds in of like, oh, who do we want? This week it's Spanky. Last week it was Kong, and different people, and it's like, we can't let someone get too high. Like Hannah's been doing okay, and so now she's getting the villain in it. Like, how I said, each girl's taking their turn having the villain in it.
Yes,
Today
definitely.
is her episode. And then it all gets hugged out.
So we go back out to the main stage, and we find out that Anaconda has won the challenge. Rightly so. I think that for me, that was the obvious winner for the challenge as well.
I was, and to be honest, like I said with the editing, I was a bit annoyed that they had that bad moment, and then they go back out onto the floor, and then she gets the win, and it kind of overshadows her win.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Like, and it's a little bit disappointing. She was tops.
The top, for sure. Bottom two end up being Beverly Kills and her arch nemesis, Queen Kong. Well, that the arch nemesis that the story producers are producing for us to witness. Beverly Kills and Queen Kong singing to a Rupaul song because they've run out of money to buy any Australian artist songs. No more Kylie, no more Tina Arena, no Danny Minogue. We just got to go back to Rupaul.
And so we have the battle royale of lip syncs.
This is almost
this is
Kung Fu lip
this
sync.
is WWE. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was chaotic and crazy, and once I got into it, halfway through, I was cackling because it was just so much going on, flips and upside down and here, there, and everywhere, that it was just comical. It was so far that it was comedy. It was comedy.
And to be honest, I didn't even think it was a RuPaul song where it
needed all
that.
But
But
like, why the fuck not?
but
Do
like
it.
and it's just perfect when you have two girls that are so evenly matched with performance
and their style
of style, flipping, kicking, twirling, swirling, splitting. They were breaking that stage. That stage got a freaking pounding.
I want to recreate it. It looks like two Barbie dolls in a tumble dryer. Just legs here everywhere, arms everywhere, hair everywhere.
It did, and I loved it because like you could hear, you see Michelle and Rue like you see them like they're on the edge of their seat,
Reese
like
was
going
like, oh.
going what oh my god, and they're pulling their faces, and you can hear the girls in the background going screaming their fucking heads off, going like, oh my god.
It was
But
hilarious.
I think I think that is probably the lip sync of the year.
Yeah.
You know what I
Out
mean?
of all the franchises.
Out of all the franchises, you know, that is one of the best that is up there. That is up there because seriously, it was hilarious.
Comedy. And when I say it was a comedy as well, it's almost like, you know, in movies where say it's an old lady, or like, it's probably a movie where Betty White's done something like that, where it's obviously a stand-in acrobat that just has the same wig on, and they're doing flip flips. There was a couple of moments where it looked like that, and then they come up as like, da-da! So Rue makes her decision, and sashaying away this week is Beverly Kills.
Yes.
Which I agree with. I do feel in the lip sync, even though they were both flipping and flicking everywhere, I feel like Queen still commanded the stage and the song a bit better. Beverly was looking a bit desperate and just here, there, and everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Right?
yes. Even though I really do think it was very even.
Again, it was even.
It was very even.
Very
And then
even.
like I said, you know, you don't know what they take into consideration. I think she was taking into consideration the whole what's happened so far. Because if you were doing it on that lip sync,
and that's obviously
it was,
why she asked the girls who you think should leave, and she's taking that in consideration.
Yeah.
As well, based on the rankings and the statistics. It was fair in that regard as well, yeah.
even though, like, I swear, like, everyone's been, I've been saying it, like, every week. It's like, it's a double stay!
I know,
like, but then it's like, each week it's a better double stay. So it's like, no, not the double stay that week. It's this week is the double stay.
Yeah,
you know?
So yes, Beverly Kills is sashayed away. She's gone. She's dead. Beverly Kills has been killed. On your face.
Yeah, she left with a scream. She said, and then she would leave with a scream. But then she didn't scream. I thought she was going to be like, at least I'll make you scream. And then scream. Ah!
You could tell when she walked back into the workroom, she was salty. She was like, yeah, whatever, fuck this. A little bit. There's a little bit of, whatever, I'm over it, fuck this, I'm going home.
She did thank Rue, which, you know, is very nice, and she said dreams come true. Like I've said throughout all these reviews, Beverly is so talented, and, you know, and she's got a very long career ahead of her. I can just see her just going up and up and up and up. That's all she can do. There's nowhere else she can go but up. If she's got talent like that now, imagine in a few years from now. You know what I mean? So, you know, I wish Beverly the best.
You do. You have a little soft spot.
Yes.
Beverly. So are we going to do our fuck of the week?
My fuck yeah of the week is...
I think it might be controversial.
My fuck yeah of the week is... Anaconda! Ba-ba-ba-bow.
My fuck yeah of the week is something different. My fuck yeah of the week is... Spanky Jackson!
Ba-ba-ba-bow.
I just think it stands out first, and it was just like... it's great. I love it. And Molly comes in a very, very close second place for me.
There is no second fuck yeah.
Second place, not a fuck yeah, but she's good. She's whatever. Congratulations to Molly and Spanky to be our fuck yeahs of the week.
So, if you like our videos, like it, subscribe, share it, tell people about it.
Yeah.
Get them to watch it.
Share it on your Facebook. Share it on your Instagram. Screens record some of it. What you think is funny. And put it on your stories. And get us some fucking views. Because we're tired of doing this chicken shit gigs. And not getting any fucking...
I'm funny and I should have my own TV show.
Now we're doing this for fun and for our own pleasure. And for the loyal viewers that we have. Thank you very much for watching our Yeah Nah series. Yeah videos. We've got 2 weeks left until the end of the season.
Oh my God, what are we gonna do?
I know. And next week,
We've got the five other fucking franchises that we can fucking watch us.
Why we ain't doing that? Why I'm not doing any other any other fucking franchise, because there's too many. Too fucking many, and I don't have the brain capacity for that. Please subscribe, hit the bell button, hit the like button, leave a comment, and tell us what you are thinking of this episode and how RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under Season 2 is going. I would love to know your opinions. That would be fabulous.
I wouldn't. Joking.
Also, if you would like to join up on Patreon to learn how to style wigs, I have a huge collection of wig styling tutorials over on my Patreon, and you don't only just get access to my wig styling tutorials, you are helping support the YouTube channel and our other social medias as well, and make us able to continue doing what we do online on our social media. A big huge thank you to our current patrons who are scrolling past our faces right now. Thank you very much. We recently reached our goal of 100 patrons, and we did a wig...
Over 100 patrons.
Over 100 patrons. We did a wig / one-on-one styling lesson giveaway competition. So if you sign up, we're going to be doing more, another giveaway competition kind of thing once we reach 150 patrons. So if you want to join and be in the running to win some cool shit, and you also get merch.
There's merch.
Go to www.patreon.com/StyledbyEsther to peruse what you get and consider joining up. That would be fabulous. Next week, Russell, is the
Makeover Challenge.
So Russell might not be here next week. You may see someone completely different.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Thank you very much for watching, and
We'll see you in the next video.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Vivi, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Look at her little eyeballs.
She's like...
Let's go have some dinner. I'm cooking slow cooked ossobuco. It smells good.
Yes.
You need to make mash. Go make mash.
No.
Make the mash. You're the one that makes the mash.
No.
It's the one thing you do cook for me.
You can cook it and then I'll
Okay,
mash
I'll
it.
boil the potatoes and you do the mash.
Fix some of that.
You need to fix it. I can't see. You're the one that did it.
You're the big behemoth that keeps
I don't think
freaking
anyone's going to
busting it.
with my shoulder fat.
Yeah. Fucking fat shoulder.
Fat shouldered fucking bitch. Is that what I am?
Yes. Wow. Okay.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Subscribe! That would be loud.
That would be very fucking loud. Fucking shit.
Ah.
That was loud, wasn't it, little Viv? That was very fucking loud, little Vivy. Alright. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yes, I do have eye makeup on. I do. I do. Bye-bye.